Hey guys, it's me and I'm excited to dive back into my beauty videos or my makeup videos. It's been a while since I've done like I don't want to say how to, because I really probably shouldn't be telling people how to do their makeup because I, for one, am still learning myself and I am not a makeup artist by any means, but just kind of a talk through how I did my makeup kind of thing. I will be using some new products by Pixi by Petra. A lot of you guys asked after I posted a picture of the new products that they sent me for a tutorial or a makeup look, so I thought it would be fun to kind of do a makeup look for you at the same time as just kind of telling you how I feel about the product as I'm using it. So Pixi by Petra sent me this huge box, and then inside of it just has a ton of new products that they just launched. They collaborated with a bunch of people. I won't lie, I don't know who most of them are. Out of the 4, I only know one, which is Judy from ItsJudyTime, but she does have a beauty channel and also a vlog channel, and I'm excited to actually use her palettes the most just because they look the most complimenting to my skin tone. So like I said, I asked you guys if you wanted to see a look using these palettes and you guys said yes, so I'm gonna try to use everything in here to the best of my ability and show you guys kind of what look I come up with. Alright, so I got them all out of their packaging. I think the only thing that I won't be testing out today would be the cleanser, or the dual cleanser thing, just because I don't really need to wash my face right now. We have here the 2 It's Judy's Time palettes. We have an eyeshadow palette, which I'm telling you guys looks amazing. It actually looks a lot like my Viseart palette, minus the fact that it doesn't have a whole lot of lighter shades. That will be the one thing that I'll struggle with, is that there's no like matte lighter shade. I always like to use like a matte shade that's kind of close to my skin tone, maybe a little bit lighter as a base, just because I feel like all my eyeshadows go on smoother and blend better on top of that. Also, I like a little bit of a highlight, which maybe these lighter champagne colors will do, but for the most part, a lot of the shadows are on the darker side, so I'm a little bit surprised that there's not like just one kind of pearly lighter or a matte light pink color. So that'll be interesting. She also did a lip palette right here. This I'm actually really pumped about because of the fact that there is not a single like hot pink, Barbie pink type of color in here. Like every single one of these colors looks wearable for every day for me. So those are the It's Judy's Time palettes. We also have 2 palettes from Miriam. I think that's her name, Miriam. We have a Strobe and Sculpt Contour palette and then a Strobe and Bronze palette. One seems to be on a cooler tone and one seems to be on a warmer tone. And then with that, she also designed a brush for the sculpting and strobing. And then we have a few things from Aspen Navard. I don't know who she is, but I'm really excited because in one of her little thing collections is the Brow Tamer and the Lower Lash Mascara. I don't really use Brow Tamer, so I'm probably not going to use it. As you can see, I've already done my brows, but I love this Lower Lash Mascara. You guys know, if you follow me, this has been in my favorites video numerous times. I use this every single day. Love this Lower Lash Mascara. She also did a glowy powder highlight, 2 glowy powder highlights, it looks like right here. One just looks a little bit more white, other one looks a little bit more champagne-y pink. We'll see, I'll swatch both these and see which one I like. And then there's a glowy cheek powder, so I'm just going to dive right in. I apologize if the light changes a lot. I don't have any fake light right now, it's just all natural sunlight. We are in the Midwest, it's still kind of the middle of winter, and then my husband's office is behind me because, as you guys know, we're trying to combine spaces and use the space that we have and be more minimalistic and just more compact in our house. First, I'm going to start with the face palettes. I think I'm going to go with a lighter one right here. I gotta open these somehow. I need scissors. We will use my trusty eyelash scissors to open these palettes up. I think the other one's going to be too dark for me. That's just my first thought. Packaging is exactly the same as the other Pixi packaging, which I like. I'm not sure if all this is going to be limited edition, so get your hands on it as soon as you can. You can find all these things at Target. Actually, this might be a little bit too light for me. I don't know. We will see. We will see. That's the fun of playing with stuff, right? Is to figure out what works and what doesn't. Also, open up the Sculpt and Strobing brush. Right off the bat, I'm gonna say that the brush is soft. I like how soft it is, but it kind of feels, I don't know, it kind of feels a little bit dinky. I like really beefy brushes, but we'll see. I'm not gonna judge too quickly. I'm gonna try it first. I don't usually sculpt out my face. Normally what I do is I just take a big powder brush and I just kind of bronze my 3 zone, you know, the forehead, under cheekbone and chin, and just kind of warm up the outsides of my face. I'm gonna take this little tapered end and I'm just gonna start carving out or sculpting my cheekbones. Ooh, that's dark. You see that? And for me, what I look for is how muddy it makes my face look, and already it's kind of going on a little bit muddy. Not gonna lie, a little bit. As you can see though, I do have this weird change of skin where I do have this dark spot right here and that's lighter. A lot of people think I'm not putting my bronzer on right or that I'm putting on patchy, but in reality that's just my skin. There's nothing I can do about that to change it. So I'm just gonna put that out there. I do like the brush though. The brush is going on pretty smoothly. But yeah. Ooh, look at how thin my face looks suddenly. Ooh, it's blending nicely. I just have that weird like build up right there. I don't know, this side is going on really smooth, whereas this side's going on really patchy. And I don't know if it's my skin or what. Like, it might not be the product's fault. Well, it's definitely not the product's fault. It's definitely my face's fault. Damn you, face! Then I'm gonna go on the forehead and sculpt out the forehead a little bit and come down. Which I'll probably go in with my bigger brush just to kind of smooth stuff out or blend stuff out. Oh, that was a lot. Kelly, what are you doing? I'm gonna bring this down a little bit though, just to make my forehead seem a little bit smaller. This is showing up really red in camera when it's not in person, so bear with me. I'm gonna go down and kind of go down there. And then I'm gonna go down my chin. So I definitely like this brush for going, like, carving out my chin. That's nice. Just goes right on there. It's very pigmented bronzer. I will give it that. I'm gonna take one of my flower brushes. This is just a big face powder brush, and I'm just gonna blend. I'm not one to really like that harsh, like, cut you contour. I'm kind of more of a blended bronzy person. Ooh, that blends out really nicely, actually. Like, that blends out really nice. So I actually like that. Okay, we're all right. We're okay. I myself, when I was looking, like, I don't know, you guys are probably like, oh my god, that's how I was kind of feeling a little bit inside. So I'm gonna add just a little bit more though, because y'all know me, I love my bronzer. And I'm kind of, when I'm blending upward, like I'm doing these swooping motions upward. Alright, so I like that a lot. The only thing in here that I could see maybe being a blush would be this like peachy, champagne-y pink thing. Okay, so put that away and use one of my own blushes, which is the MAC Eternal Sun blush. I've been using this like every day for the last 6 months. This is a little bit of shimmer, but it's mostly matte, and I'm gonna take just one of my blush brushes and I'm going to just dust it on tops of my cheekbones. Moving on to highlight, there are lots of gorgeous highlighters here, as you can see. Ooh, look at that. Very beautiful. However, I'm gonna pick the middle one. I think that this goldy one right here is a little bit too yellow for my face. So I'm just gonna dip this other end of the sculpting brush. I'm just gonna dust that on the top of my... Oh, that's nice. Hello. That is a lot of highlight, guys. That's a lot of highlight. If you want a lot of highlight, this is the palette. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. One thing I forgot to do was do my nose. I have been sculpting out my nose. So I'm gonna take this little brush right here. This is an Ofra brush. I'm not quite sure what kind of brush it is. And I've just kind of been evening out my nose. And I just like to take this down. And I usually use the Pixi by Petra bronzer for this. Like, just for my nose, I use this. So I'm hoping that this stuff will have the same effect. But as you can see, I kind of just put a line there. And then I look like a scary person. And then what I do is I just take this same brush and I just blend that down on my nose. I do like to highlight the inside of my nose as well, so I'm going to just dab very lightly with a fan brush that highlight, and I'm just going to take it down my nose bridge, and there we go. It's a little bit too much highlight though. That's a little bit too much. Oh well. Have you ever heard me say too much highlight? Now, because I didn't use these highlights, I still want to swatch them for you just in case you're wondering what they look like since I didn't use them. Ooh. And they are super, oh my gosh, super highlight. They feel so nice too. They're very satiny, very beautiful. This is definitely a highlighter. I'm excited. You know what? Let's just put some on. Let's just put some on. Oh, oh, ah! Now that's what you call too much highlight, I think. I think I finally like hit my too much That's like too much highlight. That is beautiful though. If you like lots of highlight, this is your girl. So this is the Glowy Powder London Luster. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Tons and tons of glow going on there, guys. Tons of glow. And this just looks like it's more of a pinkish highlight, and that one too is beautiful. So you have the more pearly one, and then you have the more pinky yellow one. I would have to say these are the best drugstore highlighters that I've tried. Pixi, you know what's going on. You definitely know what's going on. Now what all of you guys have been asking for, the eyes, the Judy palette, let's see how it works. I'm going to open you. Open you. Oh my gosh, I can't open it. I gotta say, Judy looks really beautiful on the back of her palette. She looks very beautiful. For a woman who's got 3 young kids, the ages that they're at, not only that, but like twins, she's kept it tight. She's kept it together. I have much respect for her. Much respect. Also, comes with a nice little mirror. I think you can stick the mirror maybe inside here because it's got like a sticky on the other side to kind of have a mirror. I think that's kind of cool. Let's try it out. Is it like a funhouse mirror? If it's a funhouse mirror, I'm not gonna like it. It kind of feels like a funhouse mirror. Let's see. I just cut my nails today because they needed a little bit of a break from being long. Good golly, Miss Molly. Do you... Oh, there you go. So the mirror's a little bit of a funhouse mirror. It's not... It's enough to get you by to do your eyeshadow, but I definitely would not trust this to do like your eyeliner. This is the palette. It is beautiful. I love this palette already color-wise. Let's see how it does pigment-wise. I'm not gonna swatch anything for you guys just because that would make this video super long. I'm just gonna jump into attempting a look. All my makeup brushes are dirty right now. I apologize. I'm gonna try to get by just using this palette. It's killing me though that there is no matte light shade to put down as a base. I always do that. It's just like a force of habit. So I'm really trying to like wrap my head around not doing that. If you know me. I'm a little bit OCD, so when one thing's off about my schedule or my routine, it kind of like throws me off a little bit. So deep breaths, everybody. Starting off, I'm gonna take a fluffy brush. Again, all my brushes are ridiculously dirty. I'm gonna take this matte, like peachy kind of nude color right here, and I'm gonna just put this like, I don't know, I'm just gonna try to put this in my crease. Oh my god, that's pigmented. That is pigmented. I'm gonna put this in and kind of bring it up. I keep saying crease. I don't have a crease, but you know what I mean. The outer corner, and just kind of buff it inward. This is going on really, really nicely. It's very smooth. It's very pigmented. Loving it. Like, this is the lighter color in the matte section, and it's going on really well. And because it's matte, I was kind of expecting it to be a little bit chalky or have a lot of fallout or have it drag, but it's really blending out and going on nicely. Like, honestly, I could just add a little bit more and I could just go out like this. That is a beautiful color. I think that is like, that is a beautiful color though. So much pigment just from this little color right here. Because I have to use more than one color in this damn palette, else it doesn't really make much sense. I'm gonna still continue using this same brush, and I'm gonna go in with the color to the right of it, and I'm just gonna deepen out the outer corner and kind of bring it up a little bit, make sure you're to blend. You know what the problem is I don't think there's a really great transition shade in here. I thought that that first color that I used would be a good transition shade, but it's so pigmented that it's coming out really dark. I wish there was one matte color that was like a little, just a tiny bit lighter that I could use to kind of like blend out lines and use again as a transition. I don't really know what I'm going for here, so just bear with me. Next I'm going to take this pointed crease brush from Makeup Geek, and I'm going to use this maroon color down here. This is a matte color as well, and I'm just going to deepen out my outer V with it. These three colors complement each other very nicely. I think she did a really good job with this palette because every single color works together. Like, there's not a single color that if you accidentally were like, you know, I want to try this new color right here, there's no way that you won't look nice with that color. You know what I mean? Like there's some palettes you get where you try one color and then you're like, you know what, I want to go outside the box and try this new color, and then they clash completely and then you have to wipe away your makeup and redo everything. There's not a single color in here that's like that. Like even if you combine the most random, like just close your eyes and pick colors, they would all go together really nicely. So I like that about this palette right off the bat. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes when I buy bigger palettes, don't like the fact that I buy a lot of palettes where the shadows go unused. So I feel like I'm just throwing away money and just wasting money, and I'm wasting product, whereas this palette, I would use every single one of the colors. So I really, really like that. I love, love, love that. This is what we have going on so far. Not really sure where I'm taking this quite yet. I am gonna take this darker color right here in the middle. I'm gonna take a little pointed crease brush. This is a MAC 219. You can also get the same exact brush for a fraction of the price from Morphe, and that's the M431 if you're wondering. So this is just a MAC one though, and it's only because it's the only clean one I have. And I'm just gonna keep deepening up the outer V. I'm gonna go back in with that brush we were using earlier, and I'm just gonna kind of blend it a little bit. Man, my right side just hates me today, I think. It's going on pretty well though. I like this color though. I'm gonna go back in with this, and I'm gonna take that lightest shade that I started out with and use that to kind of blend out everything. Since I don't really have a great transition shade, we're just gonna have to improvise with this one. But see, it's kind of darkening up everything. That's the problem, is that there's not a lighter shade to do this with. And I'm gonna take this angled flat shader brush, and I'm gonna use this little champagne color right here, and I'm gonna put this on the inside of my eyelids to kind of add some shimmer. I'm just going to very gently blend that into the other colors. So normally I would add a highlight to the underbrow, but because I have shimmer on the inner corners of my eye, I don't want to use a shimmer underneath my eyebrow. I really, really don't. I want something a little bit more matte, and since there's not a matte or a less shimmery light highlighting color in here, I am going to use one color not in this palette just because I am going to go out in public and I don't want to look like a huge strobing light when I go out. So I'm going to grab my Viseart palette right here, and I'm going to take this little detailing brush, and I'm just going to go in here. See, one of these types of colors would be great in this palette. And I'm going to take just this really light pink. Again, this is just a there's a huge dent in here because I use this all the time for a highlighter. And I'm going to just put this underneath my brow bone, and it's just going to lighten it up a little bit with but keep it matte. And blend it out. And then that is what the eyeshadow looks like without any eyeliner or mascara, fake lashes. And I think it looks really nice. I really like this palette. It's very, very pretty. Very, very pretty. So now I'm going to finish up my look with some eyeliner. Use my go-to Kat Von D tattoo liner. And that is with eyeliner. And then I'm going to grab a pair of lashes, which my husband was so nice enough to run to Rite Aid for me and buy me lashes. Yes, my husband went and bought me lashes. He is just amazing, amazing, amazing. I think for this look, I'm just gonna go with the Ardell Wispies. These are like my go-to whenever I can't figure out what lash to wear. So I'm gonna real quick pop those on, and I will be right back. All right guys, eyelashes and eyeliner are on. I'm gonna use my lower lash mascara. Again, I have my one that I have been using anyways, so I'm gonna leave that one for later and then just use this one since it's already been opened. And I'm just gonna apply that to my lower lash line because it's amazing. I'm telling you guys, go out and purchase this stuff. It is just like the bomb. It is super, super black. It grabs onto every single eyelash down there. Even if you didn't think you had them, they grab onto them and then suddenly you have them. And it's just, I love them. The brush is amazing and it's affordable because it's from Target, and yeah. Suddenly you have lower eyelashes, so it is amazing. I highly suggest it. Love it. Moving on to the last part of this look, I'm going to open up the It's Judy's Time lip palette. There's so many colors to choose from, but right away my eye went straight to this one. So I'm going to try Mia Beer real quick, and unfortunately my lip brush is not, I can't find my lip brush. So I'm going to use this flower angled brush that's probably used for eyeliner. I'm just going to use it on my lips though and call it a day. I really need to own more than one lip brush, that's the problem. I can already tell you that I really like this color because it matches my natural color lip, but it fills in the color that kind of blends in, like the outside of my upper lip blends into my skin tone. This is nice because like this looks like my natural color of my lip. Like I am loving this. This is literally my lips but better. I will say that it's not super duper moisturizing, so I would suggest maybe wearing a chapstick underneath. That's true with most lip products though. But real quick, I just wanted to swatch some of these darker ones for you. They're pretty pigmented. Those are beautiful. Those would have looked really nice too, but I was kind of going for a simpler lip since I have a little bit of a darker eye. This is a really nice lip palette. I like that. So there you have it. There is my finished look. I sprayed a little bit of Urban Decay's Dis Slick on my face. So there you have it. There is the look using all the new Pixi products from those collections. I will have to say, final thoughts, like I said, I really like the It's Judy's Time eyeshadow palette. I think it worked really, really well. It blended beautifully. It just was very complimenting to my skin tone, and I loved all the neutrals. I loved how warm it was. I loved everything about it. I loved all the face products from that line. I loved the bronzer. I definitely loved the highlighter. Everything was just A1. Even like the brush, even though I don't think you need it, I still did really like the brush. It was very nice. Definitely pick up this eyeshadow palette. I think it's really, really nice, and definitely pick up that bronzer highlighter palette because that's amazing. I really, really like it, and it's all affordable. It's all drugstore. You can't get much better than that. So thank you very much for everybody who wanted to see this video. If you like videos like this, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Comment below. If you want to see more videos from me, I post 2 to 3 times a week about anything and everything. Hit that subscribe button below this video and then that little bell icon next to it, and that'll notify you every single time I upload a video. So I had a lot of fun doing this. I would love to do more makeup videos. So let me know your thoughts. What do you want me to try next? What do you want me to show you next? Let me know if you've tried any of these palettes as well. I would love to know. And I would talk to you guys all in my next video. Bye!